We're gonna deal with some like major shit tonight, dude. I'm just gonna kind of sort of wing it, but we got a lot of shit to talk about, dude. It's fucking bad out there. This is like one of the reasons I lost one of my girlfriends. I'm actually talking to some of them right now, but I'm gonna deal with some comments. All right. So there was this post, and it was about the Epstein files and how they like literally threw a party of 1 year olds, like a whole group of 1 year olds, and they all fucking graped them, dude. It's disgusting. And like even ones with umbilical cords. That is heinous, atrocious shit. And it like makes me sick just even fucking having to fucking know that this ever existed. So I had made a comment. One girl was like, the rest of the Second Amendment says we have the right to bear arms against them, just saying. Another girl's like, legally speaking, you're correct, just saying. She's like, right. Dude's like, bear to carry arms. We aren't going sleeveless, bear arms. She says, obviously autocorrect. And then another girl's like, we got to do everything or clearly it won't get done right. Well, and then she's got a bunch of gun emojis. Of course, duh. Yeah, obviously we got to do something, dude. Which means that now that the files are out, everybody online needs to be researching them, looking for things, names, connections, doxes, addresses, all this shit. We have to fucking be working on this, dude. Like all of us, we have to become the investigators because think about it, dude. Intelligence and Central Intelligence and CIA and fucking all these people, all these agencies, the FBI, HSI, all have plenty of power and capacity. The military all have plenty of power and capacity to investigate all of this shit and find all of these fuckers. So why is there no arrests? That's like a big question, right? That's why you need to vote for me as president. Because if I'm president, I'm gonna have it thoroughly investigated, and I'm gonna clean house, dude. The CIA, FBI, every agency. If you don't make things happen, if I even suspect that you're a mole, you're gonna get removed, fired, and if I have any evidence, charged with high treason, 18 USC 2381 2331, and terrorism, aiding and abetting, and providing material support to terrorism, and you are going straight to federal prison, getting convicted, and getting a fucking firing squad. You know, maybe for like lower level offenders, they get the electric chair. Anyways, we need lots of electric chairs, guillotines, and fucking firing squads. Anyway, so I replied to this. I said, mentioned them, and I was like, yes, obviously we have the Second Amendment. The Declaration of Independence specifically states that when we have a tyrannical government, it is our duty to overthrow it. Trump is saving our nation. The corrupt government we have to target and focus on is the leftist liberal DNC deep state machine. Those are the people that got so much power and money, it went to their heads. They're beyond evil. Anthony Weiner, Clinton's, Obama's, Biden's, Uma Abedin, Ilhan Omar, all of them must be brought to justice and judgment, and everyone else connected to them or involved effaced entirely. Hash Pizzagate is real. Die. So Pizzagate was like the opening door. It was like the Pandora's box of this whole Epstein fucking thing. Bill Clinton was on fucking jets like what, 58 fucking times, the Epstein Island, the Lolita Express. Lolita is a word that means like a prepubescent young girl that is used for sex. So it's just crazy that any of this is even a topic of fucking conversation, dude. Like, why? Why do I have to live in a fucking world like this, dude? This is, it's too much. It's too much, dude. And like, I absolutely fucking hate it. Nobody's fucking doing anything about it. So now I have to fucking do something about it. And now everybody's having to do something about it. So whatever. Anyways, hold on. And so that's what I said. That's what I said to her. And She says, Pyreal sweetie has some big boy emotions for that comment, laughing of faces. Not even in power anymore. Get a grip. So she's like saying the Democrats aren't in power. So I say, it doesn't matter, baby. They committed horrific atrocities and they will be punished for what they did. And every day they exist, they keep trying other strategies. They're too much of a risk to society and everybody's daughters. So the answer is no. Okay? They are all to be removed. They tried to turn our world upside down and collapse all our nations, and we've lost hundreds of millions of little girls to these fucking monsters. So it's just a big fat no. They're all going to be swept away, cutie. With my little like hot, sexy face, dude. All right, are you? And then she asks, mentions me. Are you ill or illiterate? Because you clearly didn't read what I said. Lol. Oh, so pathetic with laughy faces. Um. So I'm gonna tell her I did read what you said, and obviously we are in agreement somewhere, but maybe there is a schism elsewhere. But either way, he, I like your pink top. So sexy, dude. Little hot faces, dude, and tongues. Let's discuss this over bed. Oh my god, dude. Let's discuss this over bed, dude. Dude, I love hate mail. Bring it, bitch. Anyways, let's take a look at some shit. Bring it over bed, bitch. All right. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we're gonna start over here. Epstein threw a party where they FKD'd 1-year-olds. That is crazy. I actually saw this today, dude. And every day I just get sicker, dude. Why would you do this to a pure, innocent, clean, young, defenseless, vulnerable, fucking little girl, dude? Innocent, sweet, and pure, and vulnerable, defenseless, weak, and you prey on the most weakest of all. It's just fucking, dude, pure fucking darkness, evil that has to get annihilated. Annihilated, dude. We're gonna annihilate the shit out of all of this and then everything else connected to it and then beyond. Like on a universal scale. It's gonna be like a black fucking hole, dude. I'm gonna get everything. I'm gonna get everything, dude, until it's all gone. Right? Like you better take me out, dude. Because if you don't, you're all gone. You're all gone, dude. Anyways, make sure that you like, follow, click subscribe or whatever, and check out my Instagram. I got a novella I'm writing. It's a good one. It's the new Alice in Wonderland series. The black or sorry, fuck. It's the new Alice in Wonderland series, The Shattered Mirror. It's a dark romance novella saga that is going to be endless. Basically, it's going to go into the deepest core of Wonderland or Underland and the psychology of all things, especially in Underland. And there's going to be a whole bunch of real world context connected to it. So it's going to go even deeper than that, and it's going to like spill over into the real world. So it's going to be good. I'm going to make it really good. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Ugh. So I think every night what we are going to do is we're just going to start looking into stuff. I'll make more structured, like videos later, but right now we just need to fucking kind of like scan the internet and see what's going on, dude. Because there's shit going on. All right. So I saw this fucking thing today about 1-year-olds and shit. It was like a whole fucking group of 1-year-olds. Who the fuck would do this shit, dude? And who knows what they did to them afterward, dude? These people are fucking evil. They're like the darkest evil, dude. And they're doing it to other people's daughters that they abducted, dude. This one time I was in a part of the U.S., somewhere in the center, and I was coming out of my house, and I saw this dude. He was like sitting down, and there's like a girl in the area, dude, and there was a van. It was a red van. It was like a kind of maroon looking van, and I didn't think nothing of it at first, but I was like turning around doing something, and then I heard screaming, and I turned back around, and fucking this dude picked this fucking little girl up, dude, and was carrying her like a fucking like a log, from like way over there all the way, put her in the van while she was screaming and shut the fucking door, got in, and then some girl with him like drove away. So I was like thinking, is this like some family shit or is this some abduction shit? Like when she started screaming, dude, I started thinking like this is like a fucking abduction, dude. So I started running, right? Trying to get to them, dude, but they're like too far away, dude. By the time I got to like the stairs, this motherfucker had already driven off, dude. And I called it in and reported it and then gave him a description and then told my housemate, which was, you know, a very pretty girl. I was like, dude, I think I just saw an abduction. And she's like, oh no. And then I like called it in, right? I think that was a fucking abduction, dude. These fucking PDFs are everywhere, bro. It's just crazy. Like, this is just shit that you would never, ever fucking think about. Or even expect would exist. Like, this, there's no humanity in any of this shit, dude. Who the fuck does things like this? That's what fucking absolutely fucking enrages me, dude. Yeah. And we're gonna get them. Every single one. So. We're gonna get every single one of these fucking creeps, dude. Eventually, I'll be out there looking for them, dude. I'm gonna fucking hunt them all down, dude. And the police are really gonna fucking be active, dude. They're gonna be trying to cover up all my fucking activities and shit. Alright. Alright, so yeah, no information about any of that shit. So I'll have to look deeper, dude. I might look deeper a different night. Like, we need to find out how many victims this motherfucker's got. If they've been doing this for a really long time, they probably got like millions of victims. I mean, at least thousands. I mean, I could just pull up the files, but that's going to require deep investigation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to investigate all the reports that other people post, and then when there's something extremely significant, then I'll start putting it on a list, and then I'll investigate each of those things deeply because they're so vast. I can't just go sit there and read through them. I have to cherry pick first. All right. Dude. 3 million fucking pages of Epstein documents now public. What we need to do is get all the fucking people that have high profile names that there's reasonable suspicion or probable cause and arrest them and detain them immediately. That's what you do. If I was president and you vote for me, I would go through and all the people that have any type of evidence, connection for reasonable suspicion or probable cause of any involvement with fucking Epstein, actual involvement where they actually committed crimes and wasn't just some like outside person that like simply came cross paths with them, you know, and didn't know what was going on. They would be detained immediately and pending further investigations, right? Until charges can be brought up. I wouldn't be letting them go anywhere. And then we'd move forward. We would find the evidence. And then they'd be doomed. If Ghislaine Maxwell doesn't speak, she needs to be given the death penalty and then electrocuted, bro. If I was president, I'd walk in there myself and tell Ghislaine, I'd be like, hey, Ghislaine, you're going to start talking, dude. Because if you don't talk, we're going to strap you up and we're going to electrocute you and fry you until you like turn into smoke. And I'll make sure that it is a long process. Like, it's not going to be slow, dude. It's going to be like, or it's not going to be fast. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow as fuck. I'm going to start out with a little bit of electricity and then slowly crank it up. Find your tolerance and then turn it down and then just leave it there until you're smoking. All right. I can't find anything on that. We'll look later. Let's see here. Well, nothing on that. Fuck, why is it every time I have this stuff, it's like, you know, I get the hiccups. Not all the time, but sometimes. It's always right when I'm recording, dude. It fucking pisses me off. Yeah, there's gonna be like all sorts of conspiracy theories going on about this shit, dude. Dude, Trump doesn't have involvement with the Epstein files, dude. It's U.S. Congress and the FBI both came out and specifically stated publicly on Global Live Television that Trump had no criminal involvement with Epstein. Trump didn't know what Epstein was doing, and then after some weird shit that happened at Mar-a-Lago, banned him from Mar-a-Lago. He found out about some stuff, and then fucking reported it to the FBI, and then sent information to the FBI, then worked with the FBI to fucking get Epstein, who was then arrested, prosecuted, and after he was secretly murdered, Trump is the only one that had the Epstein files fucking released because he had no criminal involvement, dude. The Democrats kept pushing to not have the Epstein files released because all Epstein's clients were all fucking liberal Democrats that believe in it's okay to have sex with kids. That's what's going on. And then you get all these liberals online pushing their leaders' agendas, trying to spread misinformation, disinformation, attempting to lie and smear Trump to all their followers and shit. As president, I would make that illegal. If you lie or attempt to promulgate political misinformation, disinformation, that'll be a treason charge. And if you're abetting terrorism, like if you're attempting to abet Islam terrorism invasion, it's double charges. It's going to be treason and terrorism charges, and you're going straight to federal prison, getting convicted, and going straight to the firing squad. Period. Period, dude. Period. And that's how you clean up the fucking streets, and that's how you clean up our fucking political fucking arena. I would make it illegal for you to vote if you have under 120 IQ. Right? Nobody that is under 120 IQ has any business discussing politics, talking about politics, or being involved with politics or voting for that matter. We don't have time to waste, dude. We have a whole country that we have to fucking navigate so that we don't collapse like fucking Rome. Okay, so that's what's going on. Vote for me when I campaign as president and elect me, and I will annihilate this shit. It'll be overnight. Every single one, dude. Yeah, the last one will be running from their house, and I'll be out there with the military, dude. Fucking just dealing with them, bro. Every single one, dude, until they're all gone. And if anybody wants to complain and bitch about it, I'll get them too. Yeah, and all the fucking liberals on the streets screaming and rioting and committing crimes and arsons and murders. Oh my God, dude. I would deploy the military, dude. I'd even come out with them, dude, and just deal with it, dude. Just, it would be over, dude, overnight. And they'd all be gone. And then we would never, ever have to worry about any of this shit ever again. And all of our daughters would be safe. And that is the ultimate objective. We've lost hundreds of millions of everybody's daughters, little white girls, to this evil shit. To Epstein, liberal Democrats, and fucking Muslim invaders that liberal Democrats aid and abet and provide material support to, dude. Our countries are under attack. They're being invaded, and they're trying to cloak it. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cloak the invasion of our countries under all these lies and pretenses. I've never seen anything like this in the entire history of Earth. Like, none of this shit exists, dude. It's like beyond Trojan horse. They're trying to cloak it. It's like the Klingons trying to cloak themselves. But I'm too smart because I know where all the cloaked ships are. So we're just gonna like fucking photon torpedo these fuckers and annihilate everything. So all right, nothing, dude. This is too much shit to read, dude. All right, Antifa designated as a domestic terrorist organization. Look at this shit, everybody. Right? They don't like this, dude. I always tell them this online, and they're like, "Read! Oh, we're not terrorists." Yes, you are. The U.S. government and the White House said that you are. And guess who signed it? The Emperor Trump, of course. Yeah, look at that. Anyways, so 3. So yeah, we have provisions, dude. Antifa is a terrorist organization. And we all know what Antifa is made up of. It's made up of LGBTQIA, LMNOP, terrorcrats. That's what they are. They're terrorcrats. They're all terrorists, dude. Fucking terrorcrats, dude. That's exactly what they are. Every mass school shooting and fucking mass shooting that's involved a white person has always been a fucking tranny. The Kirk assassination, a tranny. The Trump assassination attempts, trannies. Or somebody connected to the LGBTXT, QIA, LMNOP, fucking terrorcrats. So, and no, I don't know why anybody, trannies, would ever be like, let me get into your girl's bathroom so I can be around your daughters and little girls, dude. I mean, right? Do you guys see the pattern here? You have Epstein over here. You have LGBTXT over there. terrorcrats, and then you have fucking little girls' bathrooms, and then and then all the little girls getting abducted. I mean, do you see that? It's like a perfect triangle. And they're all connected, dude. I'm such a genius. I'm a fucking genius, dude. Can't believe I figured that out. All right. Anyways, they're a terrorist organization. It's solidified in stone, whatever. Solidified in stone, bitches. You're all terrorcrats, dude. So, and then if I'm president, I will release the military, deploy them, and round up all the terrorcrats and straight to the fucking firing squads or something more heinous. Maybe like a burning pile, like a whole mountain on fire. I don't know, something like that. But as president, I would clean out the military. Everything in the military that shouldn't be there would be gone. And we would have a clean, pure military. And we would give incentives and increase the wages for American males, natural American males that are born to the descendants of the 13 colonies. And we would get them not just yoked, but trained and absolutely ruthless and lethal. We would boost our technology and we would be beyond space, dude. We'd be like shooting through fucking time loops, dude, in every single fucking place and just like getting everything. We'll take over the entire universe if you make me president. Trust me. And we'll fix all the broken laws until we are like unstoppable and invincible. Yep. So here's more LGBTXT, LMNOP terrorists, terrorcrats doing all their little terrorcrat things. Look at this shit. It's like everywhere, dude. Why is Portland always a hub, dude? What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. That's disturbing. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at the AI. While the term LGBT is used to describe a political and social movement, it is fundamentally an umbrella for individuals with intrinsic sexual orientations and gender identities. Claims that the movement is false or an ideology are frequently used as rhetorical tools by opponents to frame human rights advocacy as a subversive agenda. It's exactly what it is. They caused all of our countries to get invaded, dude. It's a subversive agenda, dude. So now we know that not just all the shit online, all the meta, and then right, but the engineers and designers of the AI didn't put fail safes in it. So now they're attempting to engineer humans' perspectives. I'm not stupid, dude. I know everything that happened all the way back to like Eden. So, and yeah, I know everything that happened between now and Eden. So, and the expulsion of Eden. So, I can identify anything. I'm the most sapient, the smartest, the clearest fucking sighted motherfucker, dude. You have no idea how dangerous I am. All right. Identity versus politics. The LGBTQ community plus is often described by researchers and human rights organizations as a group of people with shared experiences of identity rather than a manufactured political construct. It's political. They're everywhere in politics. So this is a lie. While the movement has political goals such as seeking equal protection, you have the same damn rights as every other single fucking American. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, dude. While the movement such as seeking equal protection under the law and marriage equality. Marriage equality. So what? So that you can sue somebody that doesn't want to bake you a gay ass cake because they're not gay? Yeah, dude. That's not equal protection or equal rights. That's fucking clown world, dude. And in fact, I'm going to deal with that whole fucking situation. I don't give a shit how long ago it happened. That fucking situation's a fucking done situation. I'm going to deal with it everywhere, dude. Politically, legally, lawfully, Supreme Courtally. And then fucking personally, right? You ever go into anybody's business and tell them that they have to do something because you're gay, you're finished. You're done. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened, bitch. I exist. So that's what's up. Forever and ever. All right, let's see here. This is a damn good fucking WHSKY. I love it. Yeah, I got so much work to do, dude. I am behind schedule, but I'll get caught up. All right, marriage inequality. These goals stem from the real world experiences of discrimination faced by individuals. No, dude, just everybody hates you. That's what's up. It's not discrimination. We just absolutely fucking despise you, dude. We don't care if you're gay. Stay the fuck in your house. Stop coming into the streets. Stop screaming in the fucking streets every single fucking day where we have to hear you. We have work and jobs and lives and families and children, dude. Leave us the fuck alone. Shut the fuck up. We don't care about your stupid shit or your fucking beliefs or your ideologies or your right to protest. All you're doing is annoying and vexing everybody to the point to where it's going to collapse and we're just going to fucking efface you. You're going to be effaced. Like, we've already had fucking Rome. We've already had fucking Germany. We've already had World War II, World War I. We've already had Japan. We've already had annihilations and shit. So, gender ideology rhetoric. The phrase gender ideology is a malicious construct used by anti-LGBTQ plus groups to falsely assert that being transgender or queer is a choice or a nefarious movement rather than a natural identity. This narrative is often employed to dehumanize minorities by framing their existence as political enemy, justify legal rollbacks of civil rights under the guise of protection of traditional values, foment moral panic such as through debunked claims about grooming or children. They are grooming people, dude. So this is all fucking fake ass shit, dude. This is fucking fake ass shit that is produced by fake people for fake things and stuff. And that's fake. That's dumb because that is so not what's going on, dude. I'm in every comment section, dude. I know what's going on, dude. Yes, they are grooming. It's only the trans drag queens grooming fucking little boys and girls in fucking preschools, reading fucking sex books to them in preschools in drag with their legs spread open and their genitals fucking showing, dude. This is all over the fucking news. It's not a mystery, dude. There's parents fighting this shit everywhere, dude. It's fucking insane. Right? And all this shit ties into Epstein, dude. They are directly connected and linked to Epstein because Epstein was an LGBT XQIA fucking terrorcrat. Fuck, dude. I have to fucking deal with shit in my life, dude. And it's the lies. It's the lies that I fucking hate. So I'm gonna fucking dedicate my entire existence to fucking exposing all of these lies until they are all gone and we are back to a world of peace. Political dimensions. The movement is political in the sense that it advocates for specific legal and social changes such as the Respect for Marriage Act or anti-discrimination laws. Some critics within and outside the community argue that the LGBT community can sometimes be oversimplified as a uniform political monolith, which may obscure the diverse and sometimes conflicting perspectives of the individuals within. All right, so what I'm going to tell all of you LGBTs, right, XTs, LGBXTs. LGB had better separate them from XT completely and all the other acronyms. There is only LGB and then there is XT, QIA, Two Spirit, LMNOP, XYZ. And that's it. You're going to separate into two totally different factions, and LGB had better be fighting the other faction because if you don't, I'm going to clump you in with the rest of them. Antifa is already designated as a terrorist organization. Now we just need to fucking designate LGBTQIA, QIA, LMNOP, QRS, TIV as included because all the fucking Antifa, Trans Tifa, Terrorcrats are LGBTQIA, LMNOP, XYZ. It's not a mystery. Everybody knows this, dude. So I'm going to get it written down, encoded. I'm going to get it fucking passed, legislated. I'm going to get it all the way through the House, all the way through the Senate, all the way through Congress, all the way through presidency, signed and sealed, sent to the fucking, the actual gulags. You're going straight to the gulags, dude, with firing squads or worse. If I'm president, it'll be like way worse. We're talking like mountains on fire. Yeah, every single one. Vote for me. Anyways, next. Islam invasion. Everybody knows that we're being invaded by Muslims. While they grape like hundreds of millions of everybody's daughters' little girls, dude. All you people that have daughters that have been fucking graped or fucking whatever, you better get online and start fucking spamming comments everywhere for eternity, dude. If you want any justice. That's how this is going to work. Get online and start making your voices heard, because if you don't, you will never get justice for your fucking kids. We are being invaded, and you know it. Everybody knows it. It's all over the fucking news. It's the only thing that ever pulls up, dude. It's like migrant attacks here and migrant attacks there and this and that. Migrant and whatever. And I need another glass. I'll be right back. We're almost done. This is all I got for tonight. I got too much work to do, dude. This is all serious shit, but we're going to get things done. It's not a theory, dude. Everybody knows this isn't a theory, dude. Tarrant is a hero. Poor little guy. I should write him. Yeah, I'll find his thing and then write him, dude. Tarrant is a hero, dude. And if New Zealand, listen, New Zealand, I'm going to tell you right now, you better get your shit together. Because if you don't get your shit together, something worse is coming, dude. And it's going to be for every single fucking person that abetted this shit. Every single one. You have no idea what's coming, dude. You have no idea, dude. Yeah. Yeah. I know exactly what to do. I know what's going on. Right, let's see what AI has to say about the BLM white genocide agenda, the Islam invasion, global domination, white genocide agenda, grape of everybody's little white daughters that they SX traffic everywhere. They abduct them, throw them in cages, chain them up, starve them, beat them, torture them, and then fucking sell them in Pakistan. And they have thousands of TRSTD running through them all fucking day long while they get paid, and then the captors make all the money while the little girls, the little white girl daughters, have no rest or peace day or night for their entire existence, just to be brutally being TRTR'd and ultimately horrifically, gruesomely MRDR'd. And this is what's really got me boiling deep inside. All right, the concept you are referring to ties into into the Great Replacement or white genocide conspiracy theories. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's proven. It's going on. It's on the news every day, all fucking day long. We got N everywhere committing fucking white genocide attacks, and Sand N everywhere graping everybody's fucking daughters and committing genocide attacks while they commit terrorism everywhere and burn down everybody's churches. It's not a theory. So obviously, Google or whoever the fuck runs this AI, Google, is full of fucking MSLMs and Packies and LGBTQIA terrorcrats. The concept you are referring to ties into the Great Replacement or white genocide conspiracy theories. While these ideas gained significant traction on the internet in the 2010s, they originated in earlier nativist and far right circles to describe demographic shifts. However, these claims are widely rejected by sociologists, demographers, and human rights organizations as baseless. All the human rights organizations are LGBT, QILM, and LP fucking terrorcrats. Because they're the only ones trying to get human rights for shit that aren't human rights, that don't exist and shouldn't exist and are evil. Because everybody has equal rights in America already. It's in the Constitution. Duh. Wow. It's just fucking asinine shit that I have to fucking read every day, dude, and deal with, dude. And then everybody wonders why. You know, my ex says, honey, are you ever sober? Yes, baby, I'm sober every day because at this point, I'm immune. Natural demographic shifts. The growth of Muslim populations in Western countries is largely as a result of natural population growth and global immigration trends rather than a coordinated invasion or genocide agenda. So what they did is they took advantage of our weak leaders, exactly what they said in the 1990s that they would do, to illegally immigrate into our countries and then outbreed everybody, right? So they start breeding and then they get into politics and then they take over politics and then institute Sharia law, which is exactly what they're trying to do right now, which is what they try to do every day. Outbreed everybody and then ultimately rise and MRDR everybody's fucking goddamn fucking children, right? They murder all the men, so then that way there is no strength against them, and then they grape and murder all the adult females, and then take all their daughters, little girls, and then grape them relentlessly, horrifically, brutally. What's the word? Horrifically, and many of them die from penetration. They bleed out from their fucking thingies. And that fucking makes me sick and absolutely fucking beyond livid. Beyond livid, dude. I'm beyond enraged. I'm past the point of rage. There is like me, and then there's like rage, and then there is like beyond rage, and then there is like me beyond way more rage, and then even worse, more rage. Dude, you guys are fucked. You guys are fucked, dude. Yeah. I don't care how big of a puzzle this shit is, dude. I'm a fucking 140 IQ, visionary philosopher, genius mensa. I don't care how much of a puzzle this is. Einstein's my bitch, and you are beyond my bitch. I'm gonna fucking take this whole puzzle, put it together, unravel everything, and then I'm gonna create a whole fucking system where you are just absolutely, supremely, eternally fucked for eternity. So say your prayers and get ready. Oh, I fucking hate you. All right, no coordinated plot. Extensive research by organizations like the Institute for Strategic Dialogue demonstrates that there is no organized clandestine agenda to replace white populations. That's a lie. It's obvious. They're running around shooting and murdering all the whites. Literally, it's on the news all day long. I have millions of fucking videos. It's the only thing that's actually in the news. This is crazy. I like pull up the news and I like try to look for something good. Nothing good. It's just white genocide, murder, and rape. So, concerns of experts, academics, and researchers note that these conspiracy theories often fuel Islamophobia, and have historically been used to legitimize xenophobic rhetoric and political violence. Bitch, I'm going to xenocide you, and it's going to be irreversible. Period. Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about xenophobia or whatever. Dude, you guys are fucked. You guys are getting mass deported everywhere. Every country is kicking you out, dude. And I hate you. The end. So, vote for me as president. I'll win. Click the links. Go to my Instagram. Check out my profiles. Check out my newest Alice in Wonderland, The Shattered Mirror, Dark Romance, Novella Saga. Follow, comment, take all the polls. I have polls everywhere. We're going to win.